Jimmy Butler, both of them had 21 points. Bam had 9 rebounds. Jimmy Butler had 9 assists. We get all of that. But Max Strus coming out of the game on fire. Duncan Robinson coming off the bench and giving you a solid 17 minutes. Gabe Vincent playing his second consecutive really good game. And by the way, came into the finals shooting 55% from three-point range in the previous 4 games before the finals even began. We've got to give credit where credit is due. In order for the Miami Heat to win, you're going to have the role players step up, in particular from the perimeter, and deliver the goods from long range. That's what happened tonight. 48.8% shooting for three-point range. That's why they won this game.
I agree with everything Stephen A. said, but I'm going to attribute as much of it.
Early in the second quarter, back out to Murray. His three-pointer. Three-point game, 4 seconds. Murray, step back, three-pointer. One goal, and it's over. The Miami Heat have tied the NBA Finals.
After a 36-point fourth quarter, Mike Breen, Game 2 was the Heat's 7th double-digit comeback this postseason. Tied for the most in a single playoff run in the last quarter century. 2 of the other 3 teams to do that won it all. The Dubs last season and the Heat back in 2012. For more, here's the NBA Countdown crew.
All right, thank you. And so all even we are as we head to Miami. And so what was your number one takeaway from this
Seems to just fit everything they do.
I'm going to piggyback on what Wilbon said because Stephen A. made all of the valid basketball points. Eric Spoelstra in adjustments. Okay, you put Kevin Love into the lineup. You find ways to go zone when you need to. You allow Nikola Jokic. What was our question? Do you want him to eat or serve? Well, he had 4 assists and 5 turnovers. But he did get his 41 points. When you go zone, you take Jamal Murray out of the pick and roll action. Also, playing with the force you just talked about eliminated Michael Porter Jr. It just totally eliminated him from the game. And also changing the start lineup eliminated Aaron Gordon from getting off to the
personality of the Miami Heat that has to come out of them to play like this. They went from up 11 to down 15, and at that point, when you're already down 1-0 and you're on the road at altitude, you could cave. I don't mean quit, I mean cave. They didn't. That's when they talk about, and this is the old Pat Riley and then Eric Spoelstra formula, playing with force. This is what they're talking about. The intensity, the energy that you keep bringing it when you're down 15 and you chip away at that and you get it to whatever it was, 6, I think, at halftime, and then you start the fourth quarter that way again for the second time. That, to me, the personality of the Miami Heat shown through tonight. Yes, they have to shoot the ball, but they have to play with.
Yeah, look, I mean, the Heat have shown you their toughness. To go from 3 up in the conference final, lose those 3 games, heartbreaker in Game 6, still come back and win. They've shown you that they are mentally tough. So now the question goes from can the Heat extend the series to can the Heat win this championship?
They can win this championship if they're making threes. I'm going to stay on that point. Not to say that the other things don't matter, but I know they're going to do the other things. I know that Eric Spoelstra is going to coach exceptionally well. I know they're going to defend. Okay, can you make threes
every night?
Do that? 4 times. Okay. 4 nights. Okay. Ain't gonna win a game without making threes.
It's gonna be
not
hard.
Against this team.
It's gonna be hard. Yes. They got to make some other shots, ups and some dunks, and go at Jokic like they did in the stretch of the game where they got ahead by 11. So Stephen A., they're gonna have to make some threes. Are they gonna shoot it at 48% again? Even in the next 2 games, 3 or 4 the odds are against them doing that.
And there's 2 teams on the court. One of the teams are the Denver Nuggets. They're saying, we lost. We didn't get beat. If we don't make the mental mistakes that we made in this game, giving up open threes and not being on top of our assignments, we win game 2. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in game 3.
And so we are all even at 1 game apiece, and the happiest man in the entire world is Stephen A. Smith as we head.
Miami shot 48.6% from 3, and you take a look at what Denver was able to do. They only made 11 threes for about 40% from the line. When you look at the box score, I mean, obviously Jimmy Butler is going to get attention as he has for this team all year. He had 21 points, but Bam had 21. Gabe Vincent had 23. Strus, you mentioned how good he was from 3 early on. He had 14 points. Yeah. Who else to you defined this game for the Heat?
How about Duncan Robinson, who coming into this ball game when he played in this series was a -7, and in the fourth quarter he has a couple of
the night. But from what you saw from Miami in this game, too. How did they change the tempo of the game?
You know what, Nicole? Miami at its best offensively is a team of movement, both sides of the ball, constant split action, cutting. They'll front cut you, they'll back cut you. And I thought the inability of Denver to deal with all of that movement and guard the three-point line made all the difference. Shots were coming from everywhere, whether it was Max Strus early in the basketball game, Gabe Vincent throughout the course of the game, and Gabe is a three-level scorer. And then in the fourth quarter, Duncan Robinson. But their inability, Denver, to guard the three-point line was the difference. They outscored them, I believe, by, 18 from the three-point line? Listen, Duncan Robinson has been an up-and-down year. Loses his spot in the lineup, breaks his wrist when he finally comes back. But, boy, opportunistically in these playoffs, Duncan Robinson with a big-time delivery tonight.
Can we just work on his mean mug? Because I'm not sure that is enough for me. Like, he is about as intimidating as my daughter's teddy bear. It's just not enough. All right, Doris, we'll see you after game 3. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
They got to get to the hoop. We got 3 seconds to go. Nowhere to go. Murray off the mark. An unlikely leading scorer for Miami. And the series is tied.
Duncan came in a special way, and when he starts cutting to the rim and finishing at the basket, it helps a lot.
So the Miami Heat showed up. The fact of the matter is, Bam